Okay, so today we're going to be talking about permutations. We just got done doing all of our probability stuff, or a lot of it. And we're going to be talking about, what's the chances of something happening and all that. Well, now we're going to get into talking about all those different options. Like when we did what's the probability of having a girl out of 3 children when we did a boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, and all those. We're going to talk about a quick and easy way to figure out how many of those different options you have. So, first off, let me define permutation. Okay. Permutation. Okay. I start it, so it's a vocab word. Permutation. This is just my definition, okay? I'm going to say the amount of options in a sequence where order does matter. Okay, it does matter. Let's you write that down. An amount of options in a sequence where order does matter. Fantastic. Now, before we get into talking about what this stuff, where's my eraser? About what this actually is, you need to learn some terms. I think I put it here. Wait for me, I'm coming back. Alright, so first off, let's talk about this word. And we've used this before when we played that numbers game, but it is called factorials. This is what we're talking about. Factorial. Okay? Factorial is when, first off, it looks like this. It's just an exclamation point. Okay? A number is multiplied by all the numbers below it. A number is multiplied by all the numbers below it. So, I'm going to give you an example. An example would be something like this. Let's say we have 4 factorial. This is what it would look like. And what it means is 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Well, 4 times 3 is 12. Times 2 times 1 equals 24. Okay? So, that is the example of a factorial. So 4 factorial equals 24. Does that make sense? Awesome. Write that down. I'm going to erase it. Good, good, good. Alright. So in these permutations we're about to do, you're going to see a bunch of factorials, and we're going to talk about how to work with them. Also, I need to talk to you about what permutation notation looks like. Permutation notation. Okay? So I'm going to write that. Permutation notation. So, permutation notation looks like this. You'll have a number, then a big P, and then another number. Okay? And I'm actually going to label these letters. So I'm going to say NPR, not National Public Radio. Okay? NPR. So N represents the total number of options, and R represents how many we choose. And I'll get out of your way, I promise. Give me a second. I hear you complaining already, Shalik. Alright, how many we choose. So we've got total number of options, then the P tells you you're doing a permutation, and how many we choose is on the other side. Excuse me. Alright? Now, it's not going to give them to you this easy. But we're getting there. So, now that you know permutation notation, now I'm going to give you the formula, and then we're going to jump in and start working. So, I'm erasing that. Okay, another star. permutation formula is, let's see if I remember this. So if we have N, P, R, okay, equals N factorial divided by N minus R. That's a 9, not an R. I don't know where that came from. N minus R factorial. Okay? Yes, that's right. So, if you're doing a permutation formula, it's NPR. So remember, this is the number of choices you have. This is how many you're choosing. Is equal to the number of choices factorial divided by the number of choices minus your options factorial. So, let's do a problem. There are 5 people at a party. In how many ways can these 5 people be put in groups of 3? Get out of your way. See, I'm remembering. Be proud of me. Okay, I'm out of your way. Write that down. There are 5 people at a party, and how many ways can these 5 people be put in groups of 3? Okay? So, how many total options do we have? Or how many, in this one, how many total people are there? There are 5. So if that is our total number of options, what letter is that? It's an N. Good, it's your N. Okay? And how many am I choosing out of that 5? Good, 3. Look at you getting things right. Okay, so 3 represents my R. Okay? Now I just plug in. I'm going to go on this side. Hopefully you can still see. So N factorial, N is my 5. So I do 5 factorial divided by N, which is my 5, minus R. Okay? R is 3. Okay? Then what do? I factorial that. So if I write this out, I get, what does 5 factorial mean? It means 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Okay? Then what does 5 minus 3 equal? 2. And I'm doing 2 factorial, so I do 2 times 1. Okay? So 5 minus 3 is 2. 2 factorial is 2 times 1. Now, this is what's cool. What happens when you're doing a division problem and you have everything multiplied? And you have something over top of itself? It cancels out. So, these 1's cancel out, and these 2's cancel out. So all I do is 5 times 4 times 3, and it gives me my answer. 5 times 4 is 20. 20 times 3 is 60. Can you see that? Yes, you can. Beautiful. That is a permutation problem. I'm going to get out of the way and let you write that down. Pause me right now. Beautiful. Okay. So that's that. Now I'm going to do another example just so you got it. How long is my video at right now? Actually, I'm going to let it be. It's at 8 minutes. If you have other questions, ask me and I'll help you. So I think I gave you 5 different vocab words. I hope you'll get 5 more on Wednesday. And yeah, you're good to go.